Let's jump to some domestic news with a tweet from Patrick Bet David, who says it's official. Chris Cuomo and Dave Smith have agreed to do a sit down with a live audience. PBD podcast, May 31st at 6 p.m. And the hiring of Chris Cuomo, I believe he officially works for PBD. I don't want to get that wrong, but I believe he's like officially a part of their crew, whatever, has been contentious. And there's some drama, but I think there's an interesting question around the hiring of Cuomo and what you guys think. But we'll start from the beginning here. When it was announced that PBD hired Chris Cuomo, I said, I think this is a massive mistake. This is a guy who went on his show on CNN, mocked people for eating horse paste, joked about COVID with gigantic oversized Q-tips. His brother was putting sick people in nursing homes, resulting in an estimated 15 to 18,000 dead. Blamed Trump, said, well, Trump said this. Not even true. Numerous outlets fact-checked this. And it's funny because normally I'm not a big fan of the corporate press, but it was so ubiquitous in the press that Trump never said to put sick patients in nursing homes. But we saw many Democrat governors do this, and just Democrat governors. Here's a guy now who apparently has gone on, I think he was on PBD, I'm not sure where he was on, saying that he's actually suffering from side effects or some kind of, some kind of side effect or I don't know what something like that. And he's taking ivermectin now. Now, I certainly do believe in redemption, but it is tough for me because Chris Cuomo was such an egregious actor as a component of CNN. I wonder, what is the purpose of trying to rehabilitate a guy with no following, who offers up nothing other than he would sell you to your death during the lockdowns? I don't quite understand why they brought him on. Now, Patrick Bet David had said he wants to, be more neutral and bring in the other side. My rebuttal is Chris Cuomo doesn't represent the other side.
Nope.
He was a corporate employee of a news outlet. He did not have a big following. There's no Chris Cuomo big fan base. His viewership on News Nation is relatively low. This idea, so perhaps it's just an oversight on PBD's part, or that's what he truly thinks, and I'm wrong, and that's fine. And I will lightly address the earlier tweet controversy, which is actually quite hilarious. I didn't know Patrick Bet David was mad, but I actually got asked to do this debate. So I don't know exactly how it happened. I was contacted by a company that does PR work for us, and they asked me if I would debate Chris Cuomo on PBD's show Saturday morning. And I said, it's impossible because we do a live show Friday night. And there's no flights. Like if we left the show Friday night, I get to the airport at 11, best case scenario, 11:30. And then if there's no flights to Miami. So the only way we could do a Saturday morning show is if I got a private jet. I don't know if that's something they can do. And then I hear back from this PR company saying, they said, what about doing a Saturday night debate with Cuomo? And I was like, look, I'd love to sit down and do this conversation because I was like, I tweeted these two questions. What do you think your son learned from you when he watched you emerge from your basement after faking being in COVID lockdown? Do you think he learned more from you, or do you think he'll take more after your brother who murdered people and then tried to blame it on Trump? I'd love to sit down with this guy. But doing a Saturday night show, I said, well, that would mean wrap the show, go to bed, wake up. Then it's packing, travel to the airport, hour, commercial flight, 3.5 hours, plus an hour each way in the airport. So hour to the airport, hour wait in the airport, security, all that stuff. 3.5 hour flight, hour from the airport to the destination to arrive just in time for a podcast, do the debate, go to sleep, wake up, same routine on the plane. And I was like, the challenge is by the time I get back Sunday, I have done 14 hours of airline travel in 2 days, and then I have to record a show on Monday morning. I don't think I can do it. So unless we can do a private jet, it's not possible. And then I guess PBD got offended. I don't know if he knew the full context or whatever. And I responded, someone asked why don't we do this? I said, actually, I turned it down. And that's not to imply there's anything wrong with their debate. I was upset about their debate, or that I was like, how dare you? I refused to do it. I was just like, yeah, I said I couldn't do it. And PBD tweeted at me, got mad. And I think he may have misinterpreted my tweet as to imply something negative about his debate, whereas my point was simply, we'd love to have Chris Cuomo here. I would love to see Dave Smith rag on him. I think this is going to be epic. Dave Smith is a way better choice than me, and I was unable to do it because of scheduling constraints. And so there's that. Now that that's been addressed, the big question is there a redemption arc for someone like Chris Cuomo, knowing everything we know about what he said? He's the guy who went on CNN and said, who said protests should be peaceful, need to be peaceful. While people were burning down police stations. People died. A retired police captain, David Dorn, was shot and killed during these riots. And Cuomo goes on TV and says, who says they have to be peaceful? I'm like, dude, people are being murdered. Small businesses have put up things in their windows saying, please don't hurt us. Is there a redemption for this guy?
Only if he admits he was wrong. If he admits he was wrong and admits, even in this debate, that he made a lot of egregious statements in the heat of emotion during COVID, or he was listening to his corporate overlords and he was just following orders and now he realizes it was a mistake, or he shouldn't have backed his brother, but family ties, he just had to. Like, if you admit you were wrong, then yeah, absolutely. I would love to hear you talk and let's hear what you have to say. And I will even give you a fraction of the benefit of the doubt that you might be genuine. But the fact that he's papering over it like he never made those comments shows me that he's a total fraud. There's zero redemption arc for someone like this who's not willing to admit. They just want to gaslight you and to believe they never said these things in the first place. And by the way, he's not the only one. There are tons of people asking for COVID redemption. We didn't know. It's like, no, we knew, and we were quieted, silenced. I knew.